Okay, so before we start, I'm gonna need you to come closer. Come. I might or might not be enabling overconsumption core in this video, so if you're not one of those, you will be by the end of it. Hi, my name is Zen, and today I'm gonna be showing you guys my top most complimented perfumes ever. And I have credentials for this because you can call me anything, but you can never tell me that I stink, girl. These sets of perfumes are a combination of niche and also designer, but I would say that it's mostly niche dominated because, you know, we want to be quirky and like unique, I guess. And also, just a disclaimer, I'm not a perfumer, nor am I what do we call this, a perfumerist? Is that even a word? I just love perfume. Okay, so I'm gonna be sharing 11 perfumes in this video, and these are my favorite and also most complimented ones. Kicking off with number 11, we're gonna start with Dama Bianca by Casamarati Xerjoff. This is an eau de parfum. To fully visualize this, I need you guys to think of an angel that fell from heaven and landed on a kumquat farm and you smelled his butt. This is the smell. But I'm gonna try and read notes from Fragmantica. So the top notes are kumquat, lime, violet, iris, Italian iris, lilac, Egyptian jasmine, lily of the valley, valley girl, I love that, vanilla, malt, white musk, ambrette, sandalwood, and cedar. So yeah, as per the notes, you do really smell the kumquat and the vanilla, mostly for this one. Some people say on TikTok that this is not projecting, but I beg to differ, sissy girl. This thing lingers like that boy that ghosted you 3 weeks ago. You know what I'm talking about. You know, the guy that stays up in your stories? That's the one. That's the one, girl. Longevity for this one is actually pretty good. When I do my laundries, I still smell this for whatever reasons. And the projection, oh my gosh, the projection's actually really good. You have like this very soft trail of this fragrance once you wear it. So yeah, that's my top 11. Now moving on to my top 10. This is gonna be the Rose 31 from Le Labo. Guys, when I tell you, I was lining up at like an Apple store to buy the iPhone 16 last year. It was so funny because the Apple guy, I don't know what you call like an Apple salesperson, I think, kept complimenting me on how good I smell, and I was wearing this. He said that I smelled so luxurious. He knows from smelling it that this is expensive, you know? And ooh, I can't blame him. It smells like roses. So think of Rose from Jo Malone. This actually has facets to it. It's not only rose. I'm gonna read the notes really quickly so I can explain it to you guys. Because trust me, I don't read them. I just wear it. Top notes are rose and cumin. Middle notes are rose, vetiver, and cedar. Base notes are musk, guaiac wood, agarwood, olibanum, labdanum. I have no idea what that is. I just can't tell you that this one smells good. This is not as long lasting as Santal 33. I actually have Santal 33, but it's not on the list. Surprise, surprise. Let me just get it. So yeah, I actually have more Le Labo fragrances. I have the Santal 33 and I also have the Matcha 26, but I like rarely use them. Scent trail for this one is not the best. Think of it like a bubble. You have like this bubble that if people get closer to you, they'll smell it. But when they do, baby girl, it's over. Okay, so for this next perfume, I'm not even kidding. This gained me a collective compliment at a coffee shop. This is Le Papier from the Tique. This one is so peculiar, but it's really good. It smells like rice and also ink, but like a good type of combination. I'm gonna read the notes really quickly so you guys can understand what I'm talking about. The notes are musk, white musk, sesame, mimosa, and woody notes. The longevity on this one is crazy. It's so fresh and like sophisticated at the same time. Think of like opening rice cooker and that smell of rice whiffs on your face. That musky smell is mostly what you're gonna get from this, and like a little bit of ink. I feel like if you're a book lover, you're actually gonna love this. But yeah, if you want a perfume that really leaves a mark to people, use this. Next perfume is Femme Fatale. This perfume is a whole lot of women, as they say. I am talking about BDK Parfums Gris Charnel. This is the EDP version. I don't recommend the Extrait de Parfum, but if you feel like you can handle it, go ahead and get it. It's so hard to describe this scent. Like, think of a milky tea on a rainy night at a cafe, and it's cozy. That's what it smells like. I don't know, but for some reasons, guys really like this. But yeah, if you're trying to please a dude, then go ahead and wear this, babe. This is it. This is endgame. So top notes are cardamom, fig, and black tea. Oh, okay. So that milky smell that I probably smell from this is actually maybe the fig. Middle notes is iris and bourbon vetiver. Base notes are sandalwood and tonka bean. You can smell the tonka bean on this one. It's crazy. It's actually so good. It's also like a little bit spicy, like a spicy milky tea is how I can describe it. This one's really good. That one's really good. Okay, this next one, I'm not even exaggerating. This took me 2 months to source and I got a tester. But this perfume is so perfect. Perfect for my personality. So like, do I show it? Do I not? It checks all the boxes for me. Longevity, scent trail, scent profile, everything's 100 for this one. I am talking about Blanche Bête. I don't have the cap because as I've said, this is a tester. I'm not even gonna try and read the name of the company that makes this because I don't want to butcher it. It's Liquidis Imaginaris. I don't know. But think of a very sticky caramel. So I actually have, this is not on the list by the way, but this is the Love Don't Be Shy by Kilian. If you love the caramel from this one, you're gonna love this one because this is way much more. So you can actually layer both, but honestly, I'm kind of disappointed with this one. It's been so overhyped because of Rihanna, but this one's way better. You don't get the orange note, the orange blossom note from this one, but I'm telling you, get this, you will get so much compliment. I got complimented by a barista wearing this. And also a pizza guy. But this one, compliment getter. For show. For show. Moving on to our sixth perfume. This is actually not one perfume because I wear them in a combination. I don't really wear one of them by themselves. I like to pair them together, and I'm talking about Maison Mataha Escapade Gourmand and Parfums du Madly Oriana. This one, think of vanilla, but Thanos snapped his finger. This is the best vanilla on the market. I actually have this, and to the influencers that told me that this smelled good, I don't know where y'all are, but may God forgive you. This just smells cheap. I'm sorry. If you like that perfume, good for you, but not for me, babe. It's not for me. I know this is cheesy to say because everyone says like, oh, creme brulee. But this actually smells like creme brulee. It's crazy. Like it actually almost smells salty in a sense. I do not wear this alone. I always pair it with this one. I was quite disappointed when I first got this because it didn't give the same vibe as, you know, the older sister that you guys know. Longevity for this one, it's not as good as the older sister. Not even close. But the scent trail is actually really good. I prefer this over Love Don't Be Shy. I know people actually compare these two a lot, but this one's a bit like heavier in a sense, and there's more caramel notes from this one. This one's more lighter and a bit citrusy in a sense, and I feel like this is more purely orange blossom. And Parfums de Marly's packaging is actually really good. Like this is weighty, and the cap on this one is actually super heavy. If you throw this into someone's head, they will lose 70% HP, girl, trust me. So I'm gonna look for the notes. Let's start with Escapade Gourmand first, just to be more specific, because I know some of y'all girlies out there love to be technical, so I'm just trying to jump on the bandwagon, I guess. The top note is actually just sugarcane. Middle notes is vanilla and tonka bean. Base notes are benzoin and musk. So it's a very straightforward perfume. It's just, it smells sweet like vanilla. I feel like the benzoin kind of gives it that salty aspect to it, and when it dries down, it also smells a bit musky. Okay, now let's go with Oriana. Okay, so for Oriana, here are the notes. We have top notes, which is orange mandarin, bergamot, grapefruit. Middle notes is orange blossom, raspberry, blackcurrant. Base notes is whipped cream, marshmallow, musk, ambrette. I don't really think you smell whipped cream, maybe a bit of marshmallow, but what dominates this scent is actually the mandarin orange and the orange blossom. You know what? I do smell the marshmallow. I'm sorry. I do smell it. But yeah, what I do is I spray this first on the areas that heats up more, like my neck, I don't know what this area is called. Me no speak English, me Asian. But yeah, I do spray it here. I also spray it behind my knee. And let's be honest, I spray it all around my body. After that, I do kind of let that dry down for a bit, and then I use this one all over. And that's it. That's the story of how I use that perfume. Yay! Okay, so we're getting into the top 5, and these are mostly the ones that get me so much compliments. So on this place, it's gonna be this Bougie Boots the House Down Slay perfume, and this is Gentle Fluidity Gold. This is classy. Think of a girl that doesn't fuel drama. She's like, okay, whatever. I don't care what she says. And she wears one of those linen long sleeves. This is her. This is her, sissy girl. If you want to look classy, if you want to exude that classy vibe, this is it. Trust me, girl, trust me. The scent trail for this one is really good. Oh my goodness. This is also one of those scents that you can still smell when your clothes is in the laundry basket. It's still there. I've gained a handful, like way too much compliment when I wore this. A random girl asked me from a grocery store. I went to visit my friend at the hospital and they asked me what it was. I went to a coffee shop and got complimented. I went to the freaking movies and got complimented by this. This is a compliment magnet. But show, this is a bit expensive. So there is a silver version of this. This is the gold one. Get the gold one. I feel like the silver, you can test the silver, but I'd recommend getting the gold. So the notes are, top notes is juniper berries, nutmeg, middle notes are coriander, base notes are vanilla, musk, caramel, amberwood. Yeah, the juniper berries, you can actually smell it mixed in with vanilla. I feel like those two are the most dominant notes. Oh, it smells so good. Honestly, I just can't. Next for my top 4, this is an OG for me. I've always worn this. This is me in a bottle. I've been through 3 bottles of this already and I will continue to buy it. This is how much I love it. And for some reasons, guys like this a lot. Now, I'm not trying to encourage anyone to wear perfume for guys, but this one gets their attention if you want it. This is Chanel Chance Automne. I prefer the EDT version. You'll know it's the EDT because it will have this type of cap, the frosted, I'd say glass, but this is plastic. I do have the EDP version, and I also have a variant from BDK that smells the same thing. Let's be honest, all of these 3 smells the same. Don't quote me on that one, but this 3 smells the same. I'm sorry. But if I had to pick one, I'm choosing Chanel Chance. Oh. Ew, look at me. Oh, hi. But yeah, for this one, this is super light. I am gonna say this don't have the best longevity. I'm just putting it out there, but the scent of this one is actually so good that it's worth it. Oh my goodness. Think of a girl, you know, just finished showering with citrus scented products. Top notes are quince and grapefruit. Yeah, you can smell the grapefruit on this one. No lies, you can. Middle notes are hyacinth and jasmine. Base notes would be musk, iris, Virginia cedar, and amber. I can't really smell the amber on the dry down, but I do smell the musk. I think the EDP version of it has a rose note, and I know a lot of people are accustomed to thinking that if it's EDP, it will last longer and it will project more, but on this one, I don't really think it does. I actually feel like this projects more than the EDP, and I also don't feel like this lasts longer than this one. But yeah, this is Chanel Chance Automne. We're getting into my top 3. My top 3 is gonna be a repurchase for the rest of my life. Actually, let's be honest, I'm gonna repurchase everything in this list once I run out of them. But yeah, on my top 3, this is a constant repurchase. I bought this 4 times already, and this is Flower Bomb by Viktor and Rolf. This is a classic for a reason. This is Oh my goodness. This perfume has gotten me addicted to perfume in general. The name really speaks for itself. Like, it's like a bomb of flowers. Longevity on this one is unmatched. Scent trail is unmatched. Projection is unmatched. You really can't go wrong with this perfume. I've garnered so many compliments with this perfume. And just to tell you guys, I do overspray my perfume. I know it's disrespectful for some people, but I don't care. If you're not overspraying, are you really enjoying your perfume? If you're thinking of getting the Prada Paradox and also the Valentino Born in Roma, just get this one instead. This is way better. This is this, but make it more sophisticated, like add tea notes. I'm gonna look up the notes just so I can be technical with you guys, you know? Okay, so here's the notes. Top notes is tea. See? I know what I'm talking about. Tea, bergamot, osmanthus. Middle notes, orchid, jasmine, rose, freesia, African orange flower. There's a lot of floral notes there. Base notes is patchouli, musk, and vanilla. The only thing that I would say that I don't like a lot about this perfume is the patchouli, but it's ignorable. Like, who cares? It's basically not there. But you can smell the patchouli though. But I do love it because it kind of ties it down together, you know? Yeah, that smells so good. And I actually have a mini version of it, like that I bedazzled. Okay, so now we're getting into the top two, and I know this is overhyped, but this is not really the original flanker that was overhyped. And it's the Maison Francis Court Jean Baccarat Rouge Extrait de Parfum. I will die on a hill and tell you that this is way better than the original Baccarat Rouge. The original one doesn't really have that thick vanilla aspect to it, which makes my head hurt. This one is like, oh my goodness. This is so good. I haven't worn this in a while because I've had new fragrances, but this one's really good. Longevity is, let's not even question that with this one. Longevity on this one is insane. This will last you till you're in your retirement home. Like, I've experienced putting my clothes in the laundry 3 times and I can still smell a hint of this. And the compliments that I get, let's not even go there. Clubs, people don't care in clubs. They're so freaking drunk there and there to enjoy. But people literally walk up to me and ask me what I'm wearing, and it's this. My high school bully actually complimented me with this perfume. So there's that. And I feel like I don't have to over explain this too much because you guys probably know how good this is already. Okay, so specifically for this one, the top notes are bitter almond, saffron. Middle notes are Egyptian jasmine, Virginia cedar. Base notes would be ambergris, woody notes, musk, ambroxan, and cashmeran. The bitter almond note on this one actually tames down the ambroxan that I really hate. I feel like ambroxan in general just makes my head hurt. This is really expensive, by the way. This is the most expensive one in my collection, but it's well worth it because you don't have to spray a lot, although I still spray a lot. This is worth it. Trust me. Trust me, girl. Trust me, that's worth it. Okay, so we have come to my top one. This is my baby. This is me in a bottle. This is Zenrik in a bottle. If you ask me out on a date and I'm wearing this, that means I love you and I'm ready to drop everything to be your wife. And I am talking about Parfums de Marly Delina. This is the original version. There's an exclusive version, but this one's so good. Longevity on this one is insane. The projection's insane. Way better than Flower Bomb. I'm gonna say that now. It's not entirely floral, although it does smell rosy, but you smell like berries in them. And to prove to you guys that I'm not shitting, that I really love this perfume, I have 2 boxes. They're unopened. I also have a special edition one that I'm probably not gonna open just because how much I love this perfume. Like, this is a collector's item for sure. This is how much I love this perfume. I told you, overconsumption, not healthy. This was the bigger sister that I was talking about when I showed you guys Oriana earlier. The performance on this one is just miles better. It's just so complex and sophisticated that it changes the scent profile as you wear it. So top notes is lychee, rhubarb, bergamot, and nutmeg. Yeah, I do have to agree, this is very lychee heavy. That's probably the berries that I was talking about earlier. Middle notes is Turkish rose, peony, musk, petalia, vanilla. Base note is cashmeran, incense, cedar, Haitian vetiver. Yeah, I've garnered compliments from complete strangers, from friends, from strangers, whoever they are. I don't think I've never met anyone that hated this. This is my ride or die. I will forever have this with me. I will name my first child Delina at this point. This is femme fatale, coquette, boots the house down slay. But yeah, words can't express how much I love this perfume. This is me. This is who I am as a person. That can never be changed. Can never be changed. Oh, and just a bonus tip, mix these two together. Girl, literally throw away everything. That's it. End of world hunger. But yeah, that's it for the video, guys. I do have a lot of perfumes. I do have like over 30, I think. I'm gonna show you guys. I do have this. I showed you guys this already. I also have Good Girl Gone Bad. I have this one from Burberry. This smells like Baccarat, but with strawberry notes. I have a lot of Chanel's because, you know, she's a Chanel girly. They say Beyonce uses this. This is Kilian Angel Share, but, you know, I don't really wear that. And I have Billie Eilish because you call me again, drunk in your bath. Jo Malone's also like one of the perfumes that got me into perfumes. I hate this, by the way. I don't love this. This is Scarlet Poppy. But yeah, that's it for the video, guys. Comment down below what perfume you're wearing and which perfume is your favorite. If you guys do have any requests of which video you want me to do next, comment down below as well. I'll be free to check them out, you know? Until the next one, don't smell stinky.